Bill Crothers' coaching staff going to the bench early and often. You got to keep quite the tempo if you're going to match Capitol Court, so fresh legs could do that. Butts careless with the ball. Jaglal comes up with it. Alexander attacks the basket. Isa Alexander and one. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and try and convert the three-point play. .5:15 to go. Sarah Baugh back in for Hannah Riddick this time. Alexander at the free throw line. Isa from Keswick, Ontario. Has been a part of Team Canada, U16. Converts. Put Crothers up. 13-9. 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Butts in the corner. Paquette. Malashenko attacks. Can't get the roll. And Baugh knocks it out of bounds. Jenny Nkwa seeing her first action, number 32. Capitol Courts continuing to press. 40 minutes of hell, as they call it. Russell, another steal, her second of the game. Marissa can't finish, though. Does it sound all right on the stream? Have you checked? Yeah.
It was off. Turned it on.
Okay.
We're good now.
Sorry about the audio issues early in the game. Long outlet for Alexander. And Butts knocks that out of bounds. Good no call by the ref. Katie got all ball. But this time, I think that was more Isa drawing the foul as opposed to Katie initiating. So welcome to Bill Crothers in Unionville, Ontario. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. Bill Crothers up 13-9. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. It's a chilly gym. Obviously not for the players, but us sitting here. Alexander converts. Substitution. Number 0, Fatima Jakate coming in for the first time. Fatima goes 6'5" out of Gatineau, Quebec. Paquette. Treya blows by everyone. Lovely finish, Treya Paquette. 7 points off the bench already. Another steal from Marissa Russell from the free throw line. Clever little floater, but it doesn't go. Alexander draws the foul by Jakate. Isa, so clever with that, initiating the contact. Just gets herself to the free throw line. As long as you're hitting those free throws, all is good. So coming into the game, Isa averaging 18.5 points per game, 9.8 rebounds. Hits the first. Capitol Courts looking shaky in the early going. Alexander misses the second. Rebound Russell. So Marissa came in averaging 5 steals. She's already got 3 in the first quarter. I want to see a little bit less careless with the ball from Crothers. Outside, Malashenko, wide open look. Lydia for 3. 16-14, lead down to 2. Capitol Courts chipping away. Meek can't get that to go. Jakate comes up with it. Marissa Russell. Little shake and bake. Ooh, lovely. Marissa Russell. Deadly. Tie ball game. Isa Alexander. And she's fouled by Jakate in the back. Isa again to the free throw line. What a finish by Marissa on that last basket. Marissa, of course, Louisville commit, or as they say down there, Louisville. I think it's Canadian to add the Louis. Marissa's got to learn that, I guess, when she gets down there. Isa again. I believe this is her fourth trip already to the line. Puts Crothers back in the lead, 17-16. Can't hit the second. Jolie Kerr comes up with it. Malashenko. She's guarded by Kate Yonka, number 6. Malashenko attacks, nowhere to go. Jolie Kerr. Paquette from the corner, in and out. And knocked out of bounds by Keontae Downs. Jenny Nkwa back in. Alexander will take her first break of the game. Malashenko to Paquette. Jolie Kerr had the look, didn't want it. And a travel called. She had the look. It was a nice feed from Paquette. Cassandra a little hesitant and ends up traveling, giving it away. 3:04 to go in the first quarter. On a little bit of a chilly December early evening, tossed out of bounds, careless pass from Downs. Can't blame Yonka on that one. A little bit much for her. It's a little chilly. It's a -1 coming in. Not deathly cold, but definitely know you're in Canada. Jolie Kerr. Turnaround jumper, too strong. Rebound Yonka. Right. Another turnover by Crothers. Malashenko to Russell. Marissa too strong. She's fouled by Yonka. And Marissa back to the free throw line. So Marissa, of course, the MVP of the league last year. A BioSteel All-Canadian. It's cool to see they added the women's game for the first time last year. Always enjoyed being a part of that. I did the futures game for the men, and then I always do the slam dunk and the three-point competition. And it was cool this year, the men and the women competing against each other. Marissa converts, and now Capitol Courts with their first lead of the game, 18-17. Right? I would like to see Callie take that shot. Weave through everyone. Now possession arrow is going to favor Capitol Courts. A couple players wrestling for is Marissa. And it looked like Jenny Nkwa. Sierra Ba will inbound. Foul called on Mahalia Long. She looks a little puzzled, not too happy about the call. Isa Alexander back on the floor for Bill Crothers. 2:20 to go. Bill Crothers had the lead for up until about a minute ago. Now Capitol Courts chipping away at it. A little shaky in the early going. Seem to have settled down. Ball will inbound. Paquette, he calls for it. And clever little Rukaya Green kick play. Not a bad move because Russell would have had an easy lay-in. Ba to Malashenko. Paquette. Capitol Courts keep moving it around. Bill Crothers solid in their zone, not giving any space. It's going to have to be an outside shot. Marissa Russell can't get it to go. Alexander. And another careless pass, another steal for Marissa. And the ball just bouncing around, but Isa Alexander comes up with it, and Russell again picks her pocket. Paquette's got to get it over quickly. She does. Melashenko wide open look, too strong. Good handoff. Mahalia Long on the ground, just handed it off. Not sure what the call is. It's like a blocking foul on Treya Paquette. So that's 3 for 3 on my last 3 OSBA games I've done. Do the first 5 minutes without the volume on. We did the OSBA championship game, the men's game. And then I did Crestwood Orangeville Prep a few weeks ago. So keep it, as long as we're consistent, it's okay. 18 all, 113 to go. So during a little lull, I'll take time to plug my new website. I just created a new website. It's called undraftedfreeagent.com. I've been writing for a whole bunch of websites in the U.S. over the past couple of years, SB Nation, and a whole bunch of others, but I'm tired of writing for other people. Said I'm going to create my own website, and I just did. I just launched it yesterday, so a lot of NCAA basketball, some NBA, and of course, definitely some OSBA and other high school. So got a couple player profiles up already. Matthew Alexander Moncrief, a little interview and highlights with him. There's Malachi Davis from Central Tech. Hopefully get a couple of ladies on camera after the game. Put them up on my site. Jolly Kerr, nice little baseline jumper from Cassandra. 2019 Capitol Courts back in front. Too strong on that attempt. Rebound Siraba. Melashenko. Russell. Marissa yet to really get going. So Marissa had 39 back in November when these two teams faced off. She missed again on that attempt. .8 to go. Callie Wright looking for someone. Alexander. Leaves it. Keontae Downs now playing the point. Keontae blows by Melashenko. Lovely finish off the glass. Keontae Downs. 5 seconds to go. Marissa going to try to get one off here before the half. She puts it up. She had a little bit more time than she thought, but either way, so good first quarter. Bill Crothers, the home squad, take a 20-21 lead into the break. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. Don't forget to click the sub, as they say. That's my hip-hop lingo coming in. Subscribe to the OSBA TV. Stay up to date on all things OSBA. Also, follow them on Instagram and Twitter. I do. It's always a good source of info. Who's player of the month? Who's committed to what school? And just different scores and all kinds of goodness. And of course, we'll plug the OSBA All Access series that OSBA is doing. They're in the gym today filming that. So we did one a couple weeks ago at the Capitol Courts Kings Christian game. So you can go on OSBA TV, check that out, look for the All Access. And it's almost like a little mini documentary, kind of like a 5-6 minute documentary, highlights of the game, but it's like super high def footage as well as interviews with players and coaches, and pretty cool series. And so we'll be doing another one for this game here today. I would imagine it probably takes about a week or so to get up. Well, shout out to all the Ryerson students in here helping with that. We've got a camera crew with 3 other dudes helping out. So I'm Chris McKee. You can check me out on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Drop me a line. Let me know if you can hear us coming in loud and clear, or you have a shout-out, family member, friend watching from somewhere else in Canada. Let me know. I can't see the YouTube comments, so which means if you think I'm terrible, you can just talk junk about me in the YouTube comments. But if you want to say something nice to me, you can drop me a line on Twitter. I'm a big boy. I can take criticism. It's all right. So I did the Canadian College Soccer Men's National Championship a few weeks ago, and that was really cool. The final game I did was Durham College and Vancouver Island University. And so we had people messaging us from everywhere from Halifax, Nova Scotia, right out to Victoria, BC. It was a truly national broadcast, cool to see. So if you're out there somewhere in the world, drop us a line. Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Bill Crothers, 1-point lead. Melashenko, Hannah Riddick back on the floor, number 7. Smothering defense from Crothers, nowhere to go. Sierra Ba. Shot clock winding down, and Jolly Kerr lost a handle on it. So Bill Crothers' defense absolutely smothering, playing like a 2-3 zone. And they're basically what they're saying to Capitol Courts is if you want the three-point shot, take it, but you better hit it because there's just nowhere to go. They got some tall ladies, a couple 6-footers, so just not a lot of space to operate for Capitol Courts. The turnover, Marissa Russell, another steal. Marissa, I would have thought Marissa was going to be fouled. Marissa with the same look on her face as me as where's the call? Marissa got mugged. But I don't mind it. Hey, as long as the ref's consistent with that and they let them play on both ends. Jolly Kerr comes up with it. The ball was bouncing around. Marissa. Marissa being double teamed right now. She's got to recognize someone open. Sierra Ba and Riddick. And that shot clock, I don't think it started because it's still only, I don't think they started it. And there we go. Yeah, the scorer's table is saying that. Because I noticed it was only they started it way too late. I didn't want to yell over. I could have helped them out. The shot clock probably should be at about 6 or 7 right now. They started it way too late. It's only at 14. So Capitol Courts getting a break. Riddick's looking for someone. Baugh and denied. Isa Alexander. Big block. Talked about it just a few seconds ago. It is smothering Bill Crothers' defense. If you're thinking about attacking the basket, you better be ready to dunk. There's just no space. Start hitting the threes, make them come out and defend you, and then those lanes will open up. Foul called. Looks like Melashenko. It is. Lydia gets a foul. And Mahalia Long at the free throw line. Mahalia comes in averaging 2.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds. It's a class of 2020, so this is her final year. Can't get the roll on the second. Marissa Russell saying, who's boxing out? Looking for a little help. Jolly Kerr. Hannah Riddick. She's got Marissa in the corner. Nice feed inside, Jolly Kerr. I don't think she needed to put that on the floor. I would like seeing her just catch that, turn around, put it in. Sierra Baugh's fouled. So Sierra at the free throw line. Katie Butts is going to come back in for Jolie Kerr. Sierra from Montreal. And she was invited to the U16 Canadian Assessment Camp, which I just saw an email today from Basketball Canada. We're doing another national assessment camps for different age groups, and quite a few of the ladies on this floor right now have been invited. Keontae Downs. Callie Wright. Good ball movement from Crothers. Wide open three, in and out. That was Rukaya Green who missed. Unlucky. Russell. And it's got to be a charge called, and it is. Isa Alexander stood her ground. Marissa knocked her over. Good call, referee. Treya Paquette getting ready to come back in for Marissa. I think they can sense maybe Marissa getting a little hot and frustrated. Calm her down a little. I would imagine she'll be back in ASAP. I could see Callie was looking for that long ball to Isa Alexander. Clever setup. That's going to be there at some point. Alexander, and too long in the key is what they're saying. No basket. Back and forth. 7:45 to go in the half. 22-21. Bill Crothers, the home team, out in front. Paquette. Treya looking for help. Lisa for Baugh. Sierra guarded by Wright. Oh, great pump fake. Lovely moves, everything but the finish from Baugh. Lovely. Keontae Downs again attacks the basket. Keontae's having a game. Already in double digits for points. Almost stolen. Butts recovers. And looks like a foul is going to be called on Alexander. Good call. A little bit too close. 3 substitutions here for Crothers. Again, talked about it. Keep the legs fresh. Keep them running. Lauren Meek back in. Kate Yonka, is it? Sorry, Alex Jaglal back in. And Jenny Nkwa back in. Riddick. Paquette, guarded by Jaglal. Treya had a wide open look. She recognizes, takes it. Treya Paquette, swish. Big 3. We're now tied at 24. Downs. Weaves through everyone. It's got to be up and down. Travel called, yeah. Unlucky this time. Finally, Keontae's having a lot of success taking the ball to the hoop. They're playing her a little tighter. She ended up coughing it up on that attempt. Paquette. For Riddick. I don't think that shot's there for Hannah if she wants it. Shot clock now at 5. Marissa getting double teamed and she kicks it away. And ball bouncing around. And let's see whose ball it's going to be. Bill Crothers' ball. It looked like Alex Jaglal, when she came down with the ball, she was out of bounds. Paquette. And a travel called on Treya. Turnover. Still tied at 24. No team has had that significant run yet. No timeouts by either coach. Letting the girls play. And I don't know about that. I don't know if it went out yet. It was right in front of me. I had a good look at that. Alex Jaglal, a little unlucky. Paquette. So Treya, also an elite soccer player. And she was on the standby list for the Canadian women's national team. Katie Butts, nice finish. You know, I grew up playing soccer and basketball. The two games mirror each other, really. One with the hand, one with the feet, but the same mentality, the same work ethic, finding the same lanes to pass, moving the ball. Fast and furious. It's all the same. Malashenko. Lydia weaves through, switches to the left hand, can't go. Knocked out of bounds. Looks like Russell got a finger on it. 5:15 to go in the half. Not sure why they're letting the clock wind down. Why is the clock moving? Hold on, I got to let them know. The clock's been moving. This should be 5:15. Hold on, let me tell. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Trying to help out with the referee. Yeah. Callie Wright. Green. Back out to Wright. Callie really shot a lot today. Yonka, someone's got to put it up. Wright's got to recognize she does. Air ball doesn't hit the rim, so turnover either way. Capitol Courts back out in front by 2. Back and forth we go. Good game so far. Riddick attacks. Kick out. Katie Butts, no good. Callie Wright comes away with it. Wright coast to coast. Can't get the roll. Russell slowing things down. Marissa attacks. She lost a handle on it. Hannah Riddick comes down with it. Callie Wright fighting with her. Substitutions again. We're seeing Riley Richardson for the first time today for Capitol Courts, number 9. Riley only averaging 2.1 points per game. It's class of 2022. He's tall. They got to list her at 6'1". Got long arms as well. Good wingspan, as they would say on NBA draft night. You only hear that phrase once a year. It's NBA draft night. The other 82 games a year, no one mentions it. Turnover is going to be Capitol Courts ball. Lydia Malashenko will inbound. Another substitution. Isa Alexander back in for Yonka. Russell, Butts, too strong on that attempt. Callie Wright. Callie hasn't been getting it done offensively, but she's been owning those boards. Ooh, and she went down hard. And she's up quick. Ooh, thank goodness. I thought she may have banged her head on that. But looks like it was just her back. But Wright needs a little minute to gather herself. She went down really hard. Paquette puts it up. Too strong. Katie Butts rebounds. Katie trying to muscle her way in. Richardson and double dribble called on Riley. So Callie Wright's gone to the change room, which I think she was hurting a lot more than she let on. Just didn't want to let people in the gym know. And she's kind of letting it out in that change room. Timeout on the floor, 3:22 to go, excuse me. Easy for me to say. Capitol Courts up 26-24. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee. So I've got no hate mail yet, Yorm, so that's a good sign.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. Yeah. So besides doing OSBA games, I also do the CEBL, the new Canadian Pro League. So I did all the Ontario games. So the Niagara team, Hamilton Honey Badgers, which was cool, featuring Xavier Rattan-Mays, the older brother of Shamar Rattan-Mays, plays in Orangeville. And also, who was the Guelph Nighthawks as well. So the CEBL, it's a lot of guys that play in the G League, so it's a summer league. It runs from May till August. And a lot of Canadian guys in the league, some international players, but one of the cool things, each team must have one designated Canadian university player. So they have to, it forces them to develop Canadian talent. And all the Canadian university guys got good minutes, got to train with pros all summer long. And it's also a lot of guys that play over in Europe. So when they come home for the summer, continue to make a decent paycheck. And so shout out to the CEBL, just got their first TV deal in place with the CBC. Alexander, Isa, and has that block. Richardson got a hand on it. Paquette dribbles out of it. Melashenko inside to Richardson. Treya back outside to Melashenko. Lydia can't get it to go. And a good hustle. And it looked like it was off Downs. But Melashenko could have been called with a foul anyway, so. Got some scouts in the gym. The University of Tennessee represented up here. Isa Alexander with the finish. Obviously, one of the girls they're looking at. So Keontae Downs can't believe. Call one against her. She looks befuddled. That's a good word. I've looked befuddled for the past 40 years, so I'm familiar with the look. 2:35 to go. Paquette to Richardson. Riley's got some space. He's got to take a shot. Puts one up. A little wild. Mahalia long for Bill Crothers. Ball kicking around. And it's going to be Bill Crothers' ball. Still tied at 26. A bit of a chippy affair so far. I still don't see Callie Wright back on the bench. Still in the change room with the Crothers head coach. Alexander. Nice finish, Isa Alexander. 28-26. Looks like there was a foul called on Alex Jaglal after the foul, after the basket, excuse me. So the status of Callie Wright going to be key. She was dominant on the boards, especially defensively. She owned it. Marissa Russell, and another charge called on Marissa. That's her second one. Speaking of befuddled, that's the look on Marissa's face right now. So Marissa not having her best half yet. But if you're Capital Courts, Marissa's shot's not going in. You're still only trailing by 2. It bodes well. She's eventually going to heat up. Downs, ooh, coast to coast through everyone. Keontae Downs, lovely. Russell. Fatima back out there, long 3 in and out. Good hustle save, Lukaya Green. Downs again. Oh, careless, Marissa Russell. And an easy lay-in for the MVP. Under a minute to go in the half. Back and forth we go, 30-28. Downs. And travel called. Fatima Jakate just stood her ground, got in the way, and Downs ran out of real estate. Kate Yonka back in, number 6 for Crothers, as well as number 20, Lauren Meek. Timeout on the floor, 42.3 to go. A chippy affair so far. A lot of bodies diving for balls. Well, thanks for joining us on OSBA TV. Good game so far. Early thoughts, this one's going down to the wire. Which is, thank goodness, because the last few games I've done have been blowouts. And so I start listing off my top 5 favorite albums of all time in the fourth quarter, my 5 favorite vacation spots. Talking about anything but basketball. Looks like I'm going to have to focus on basketball here. Top 5 albums, by the way. The Joshua Tree, U2, number 1. Dr. Dre's The Chronic 2001's on there. Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses.
You think in the next 15 years?
Well, no, Dr. Dre's The Chronic 2001. Now, as far as new stuff I'm feeling, hey, I've been talking about DaBaby nonstop. I was quoting DaBaby during the Athlete Institute game last week. I tried to get tickets. DaBaby's in town next Tuesday. Sold out, clear. I even know the guy who runs the show and was like, I'm not even looking for a guest list. I'll pay for a couple tickets. He's like, we're gone. We're oversold. DaBaby and Stunner for Vegas. Richardson outside to Russell. Paquette. Wide open. Riley Richardson, baseline jumper, can't go. Rebound, Jenny Nkwa. Crothers should try and hold for the last shot of the half. Lukaya Green to Nkwa. Baseline jumper, didn't need to. And a wrestling match. Now it's going to be possession arrow. Who's favoring it? And it looks like Crothers still going to have it. 3.9 to go. No, Capital Courts ball. There's no possession arrow machine here, so I can't see. 3.9 to go. What's the call here? And that's unfortunate because it was a great pass. Marissa would have had plenty of time to set up and get a good shot or even attack the basket. We'll do this again. Timeout on the floor. So I think that was Crothers just wanted to set up defensively. They were they got a little lucky there with the referee's whistle. So good to be back in this gym. Mentioned the game. This is my first time calling a game here. I've come to watch games. Mentioned this is the closest OSBA school for me. So I came here last year to watch Orangeville play Bill Crothers men. And I think the score was 1,004 to 18 for Orangeville over Bill Crothers in that game. Not much of a game. So great to see, Yorm and I were chatting about that before the game. Great to see Bill Crothers' men's team back in the mix this year with the likes of Colby Elvis on their squads, committed going down to DePaul University in Chicago. Because this is my 4th year doing OSBA, and Bill Crothers is always one of the premier men's teams going back a few years with Steph Smith, who's now down at the University of Vermont. He's having a big year, Vermont, having a good season so far, as well as Emmanuel Miller, now down at Texas A&M, playing under Buzz Williams. Emmanuel originally committed to Virginia Tech, and then Buzz Williams took the job at A&M, and he switched his commitment with the coach. 3.9 to go. Crothers with the ball. Rukiah Green from the corner, no good. Downs with the follow, and he can't go. So at the half, Bill Crothers looking good. We'll take a 2-point lead, 30-28. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us here in Unionville, Ontario. We're going to take a few minutes break. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Start of the second half. OSBA TV. Bill Crothers with a 2-point lead at the half. Not sure what the issue is. Isa Alexander looks like she's tying a shoelace. So Keontae Downs was the hot hand, number 23 for Crothers in the first half. Capital Court just didn't have an answer for. Jolie Kerr has that stolen by Downs on cue. Keontae, coast to coast, and the finish. Keontae Downs. She's just torching Capital Courts today. Siraba. Russell. Marissa, tough first half. She had I think she had 4 or 5 steals in the first half, but the shots definitely weren't going in for her. So I want to give an update. We saw Callie Wright go down hard in the first half. Just saw her at halftime. Looks like her parents were sort of carrying her gingerly, arm around each shoulder. So my bet is Callie is done for the day. So Crothers without the Memphis commit. And Callie was having a great first half. I mentioned she owned the defensive boards for Crothers. Ball bouncing around. Anyone want it? Alexander comes up with it. Isa Alexander is fouled by Cassandra Jolie-Kerr. Isa will shoot another 2. So my guess on Callie Wright is concussion. Well, I talked about when she went down hard, I thought she smacked her head, but she got up pretty quick. Tough customer, but looks like she's done for the day. Alexander played for the Canadian U16 national team. Player of the week for the women's side. I saw a pretty cool graphic. They had player of the week for the men, RJ Barrett. Player of the week for the women, Isa Alexander. Pictures side by side. That's a good one. I think she's got to get on a frame somewhere. Ba. Melashenko. And it looks like a foul off the ball. I didn't catch who it was on. It might have been on Ba. No, I think it was on Jolie-Kerr, 8, forgive me. Green inbounds. Mahalia Long turns it over. Ref was standing in front of me. I didn't quite see what happened. Melashenko, Downs in chase. Oh, get out of here. Isa Alexander denies. Huge block. Capital Courts has had a nightmare attack in the basket tonight. They got to start hitting outside shots. Ba. Sierra. Butts, wide open jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound Downs. Keontae, coast to coast again. My goodness, Keontae Downs. Owning Capital Courts. Hannah Riddick responds for Capital Courts. Ukaya Green to Meek. That's blocked by Butts. Russell comes up with it. Marissa. And Marissa's fouled. She'll get herself to the line. That's one of those things as a shooter, if you're not having your best night, attack the basket, try and draw fouls, get yourself to the line. Get points that way. So Marissa, part of the U19 Canadian women's national team. Mentioned in the first half, Louisville commit. I know she was invited to the senior women's national team training camp over the summer. I remember seeing her name on that list along with Aaliyah Edwards over at Crestwood. Shout out to Aaliyah. Aaliyah not only, getting to play on the national team, the senior women's, but getting like good minutes. Followed her over the summer. Follow her on Instagram. So I know, and her mom. Unqua can't get that to go, but she's fouled. Katie Butts called with it. Looks like she hit Jenny's elbow. And Jenny will go to the line. Jenny from Brampton, class of 2020. Came into the game averaging 5.5 points per game. Misses on her first. Second attempt here. Hits the second. Lead back to 5 for Crothers. Melashenko. Rukaya Green weaves through everyone. Lovely finish. Green from Scarborough, class of 2021. Russell off the glass, nice finish. Marissa Russell. Downs pushes it up. Jaglal loses the handle on it, still in. Paquette comes up with it. And Treya was fouled by Downs. That's one, I'm with the ref on that. Keontae not happy, but clear foul on that one. Melashenko inbounds. Lydia from Chelsea, Quebec. The refs have to whisper really quiet so we can listen in. Quiet gym here. So Capital Courts, of course, lost in the OSBA final to Crestwood. Down at Ryerson, Katie Butts is fouled. So Capital Courts, I mean, you got with Marissa as a senior, all these elite players, this is going to be their best chance over the next few years to win that OSBA championship. Katie from Ottawa, class of 2021. Came into the game averaging 6.3 points per game. She had a good evening so far. She's been a good spark off the bench. Lead back to 4. Yonka. Downs Jaglal for 3. Alex. No one boxes out. Rukaya Green sneaks in. And Russell knocked it out of bounds. Unqua. Yonka. Shot clock at 3, 2, 1. Downs puts it up. No good. Riddick with the rebound. Capital Courts races up the floor. Riddick wanted that one all herself. Downs wide open. Russell in trail. No foul calls. They've got numbers. Riddick. Ball bouncing around everywhere. Melashenko finally settles for Capital Courts. Riddick didn't need to put that ball on the floor, but did. Ends up going in. 39-37. So I think when Capitol Courts pushes the tempo, races up the floor a little bit quicker, they're having a bit more success. Ooh, corner three, Kate Yanka. Big response, Bill Crothers. Kate, a class of 2023. Youngin hitting shots like that. Russell, turnaround, can't go. And a wrestling match, Keontae Downs. No, sorry, that was Rukiah Green. And it's been a physical affair. Marissa looks all right. She looks a little ticked off. And finally, the foul called against her. Good call. I thought that was a foul. So Marissa shoots two. Hits the first. Lead back to 4. Make it a one-possession game right here. Marissa averaging 25.6 points per game. Second in the OSBA behind Aaliyah Edwards of Crestwood. Alexander, Yanka in the corner. Jaglal for 3, in and out. And it's going to be Capitol Courts ball. Paquette. Trey was red hot when she came in the first quarter. Cooled down a little bit. Rips that ball away. Sirabah wide open for 2. Sirabah. Capitol Courts creeping back in. Lead now just 1. Jaglal for 3. Too much. Alexander comes up with it. And Isa is fouled. Looks like Fatima Jakate. Nope, they're calling it on Sirabah, 21. Either way, Alexander back to the free throw line again. It's been a common theme all throughout the day. Well, prior to coming here to Bill Crothers, she played at IEM. It's a club team out of Newmarket until she was about 13. Now here at Crothers. Hits the second at 2. Lead back to 2. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is going to be last team with the ball wins the game. Paquette for Baugh. And Baugh, she didn't know much about it, throws it up, but it goes in. And we're tied again, 43-43. Welcome to OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. And drop me a line if you're out there on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Let us know where you're watching from. Looks like Baugh called with another foul. A little hand check. And that gets Alex to the free throw line. So Alex from Pickering, Ontario, my hometown. I always show love to the Pickering ladies and guys in Scarborough. I'm Scarborough born and raised, but I've lived in Pickering for the past 20 years. No OSBA in Pickering. Jaglal, it's the second. Hannah Riddick coming back in. She'll inbound. Baugh picking up a couple fouls, back to the bench. Hannah really long arms on her. When I seen her rebounding stats, Russell for 3 looks good. No good, though. Marissa, tough one today. So, yeah, Hannah with 9.6 rebounds per game. Oh, lovely finish, Isa Alexander. Not a lot of guards with almost 10 rebounds a game. Hannah. Melashenko, good ball movement. Paquette wide open 3, take it. Treya Paquette with the tray. Tie ball game again. So Treya's having a night off the bench for Capitol Courts. Substitutions again for Crothers. Keontae Downs back at the free throw line. Keontae from Vaughn. Just came into the game averaging 17 points per game. She's in class of 2020. No good on the second either. And Keontae Downs again. I don't know why she looks surprised on that one. She tripped up Riddick. I'm not a fan of that. It's like, look, if you make that same look on every call, it's, you know, the boy who cried wolf, or the girl who cried wolf in this case. You got to wait until you really believe you didn't do something, and then your reaction a little bit more reliable. It was a clear leg trip. Riddick puts Capitol Courts back in the lead, 48-46. Downs thought about it, thought again. And Qua can't get that to go. Russell. And I saw what she was trying to do. It was a little bit too ambitious. Pass was behind Riddick. Riddick called for it. She was slashing towards the basket. But the pass behind Hannah. Turnover. Bill Crothers ball. Alexander inbounds. So shout out to Dom Paquette. Watching Treya all the way from Winnipeg, so thanks for the message. Riddick with the loose ball. Well, Treya having a great game today. Hopefully Dom's enjoying what he's seeing. Another foul on Capitol. Keontae back to the free throw line. Didn't see who the foul was on. Keontae, she's having a great night, but a tough night from the free throw line. Takes a deep breath. Hits on the second. 1:29 to go in the third. Seesaw battle back and forth. Two of the premier teams in the country. Russell, guarded by Meek. Marissa, out to Riddick, shot clock at 3, 2. And she hit the rim, and it's a foul on Keontae Downs. Not sure how many that is on Keontae. She's got at least 3 or 4 maybe. So, yeah, she's got 4, yeah. She's in foul trouble, so that's going to get her a spot on the bench. That's going to be something to watch for Crothers in the fourth quarter. Riddick from Calgary. It's such a national team, Capitol Courts. Ladies from all over the country. We talked about Treya Paquette from Winnipeg, Hannah from Calgary. Hannah was part of the U16 national team. Went to Chile this summer. Chile. And foul on Marissa. Looks like a push in the back. So there's Downs to the bench. And she don't look too happy. Yanka back in place. Isa. And it looks like it might be Paquette going to get called with the foul. She tripped her up. It was, yeah. So Isa back to the free throw line. So when these two teams faced, November 8th, Capitol Courts won 87-66. That was in Ottawa. Obviously a much different story today. Alexander misses. Sierra Ball goes to the ground, and then Alexander rips it off Riddick, and she's fouled again. Riddick, none too pleased with herself. This has got to be at least a dozen times Alexander's gotten herself to the free throw line today. Hits on the second. 1 point game. Just under a minute to go in the third. Russell. Turned over. Mahalia Long comes up with it. And a double dribble. Mahalia gives it right back. So Isa Alexander giving her instructions. I was chatting with her mother before the game. She said Isa's been involved with mentoring some of her teammates, as well as involved with coaching younger kids. That's great to see. Paquette in the corner. Shakes one defender. Can't get that to go. Riddick with the rebounds. Nobody. Well, Capitol Courts having a tough night shooting, but still in this, still leading. And Meek can't get a handle on it. Paquette was all over it. Three, two, Russell at the buzzer. Swish! Marissa Russell. How you like me now? So huge basket going into the break. Capitol Courts now up 53-49. And we just had some lights go out in the gym. There's one woman's just walked in and everyone's blaming her. She's like, wasn't me. So thankfully that happened at the buzzer, not during the game. So we finally had a buzzer beater. Marissa Russell hit a big three. Marissa really yet to get it going. The refs chopping it up, as they say, chewing the fat. Mentioned you can check out my new website, undraftedfreeagent.com. I'll be posting some videos from this game on there at some point in the next couple days. Just launched my site yesterday. So we're going to have quite a bit of OSBA coverage on there. And you can check out, I'm plugging my stuff here, Yorm. You can check out my book online on Amazon.ca, Amazon.com. It's called Life on the Road with the Wu-Tang Clan. It's my first book I wrote. It's about my 12 years as the booking agent and tour manager for the Wu-Tang Clan. For some reason, people have a hard time believing that. But I got pictures to prove it, and the book to prove it as well. I can't count how many times I showed up to a club and walked up and, maybe the guys went there earlier or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm the Wu-Tang's agent. And the bouncer looking at me like, yeah, right. I'm like, no. Let's go through the Google again, check this out, They always ended up believing me, though, at some point. We're yelling at the scorers table, everyone trying to get their attention. They're having a conversation over there amongst themselves. So at the start of the fourth quarter, Capitol Courts, 4-point lead. Hannah Riddick almost stole that right off the inbounds. Capitol Courts, courtesy of a buzzer beater 3 from Marissa Russell at the end of the third, Green. You see Capitol Courts coming out with a lot of energy. Isa Alexander called with a travel. And she moved her pivot foot. Really impressed with Hannah Riddick today. Exceptional ball handler. Announcer's jinx there. She gives it up. Marissa Russell bails her out with another steal. So she's going to improve on her steals per game average today. Ba looking for help. Riddick. Paquette in the corner. Shot clock winding down. Russell hits the rim. Jaglal comes up with it. Alexander. Isa guarded by Russell. Clever move, but she can't finish. Katie Butts comes up with it. And ripped out of her hands, Alex Jaglal. But they're calling possession. I don't know about that. I like Crothers to get that ball. Alex just ripped it off her. 8:40 to go in the ball game. A lot of basketball left. Not sure what the call is. Oh, the shot clock hadn't started. That's what it was. There we go. They took 2 seconds off. And Ba couldn't handle that inbound. Meek, Yonka. And Katie Butts called with a foul. And Kate Yonka to the free throw line. Kate from Stouffville, Ontario. She's played in 11 games for Crothers this year. Rukiah Green inbounds. Jaglal guarded by Paquette. Nice feed, easy lay-in, Lauren Meek. Nice finish. Paquette. You know, I would have loved to have seen Treya just take that, not dribble it, catch and shoot. Riddick too clever with it. It's got to be red ball. It is. Riddick just lost a handle on it. Hannah's got to settle down a little. He's getting a little emotional out there. Too annoyed. Still turnover, no big deal. Back to it. Still got a 2-point lead. Green showing her ball handling skills. Butts comes up with it. Russell from the free throw line. Ooh, Marissa Russell heating up. Not what you want to see if you're Crothers. Oh, almost. That was right in front of me. Shot clock at 3, 2. Alexander puts it up. Still going to be red ball. Mahalia Long back in for Lauren Meek. And Jolie Kerr back in for Butts. Cassandra, the only player with a mouth guard on the floor, which I used to wear a mouth guard when I played, and the junk people used to talk to me because of it. And then I still got bad teeth 20 years later. Riddick. Riddick blocks it, comes up with it. And she'll inbound. So a couple weeks ago, Hannah had a game, 16 points, 16 rebounds against Lowell and Prep. I saw that stat line. I was like, damn. Riddick misses the short jumper. Alexander and Jolie Kerr almost stole it. Alexander, ooh, that would have been a highlight. Paquette for 3, why not? Treya all day long. Treya Paquette, another 3. She's having a day. Excuse me. Kick ball. So timeout on the floor. Bill Crothers, they want a minute. The lead back up to 7. That's the largest it's been in a while for Capitol Courts. They got to settle down. Definitely with Keontae Downs in foul trouble over on the bench. And Callie Wright injured, done for the day. Gut check time for Crothers. 6:03 to go. Don't forget to click subscribe to the red button. Stay up to date on all things OSBA on YouTube. Subscribing on YouTube is one of those things, it's just not invasive because it's not like you have to see someone's post all day long. You go on YouTube, there's a suggested video, so be it. I like it because I know when I'm at work doing my radio job, I get notifications as to what games are on, so I can sit and watch some of the games while I'm at work. And also obviously follow OSBA on Instagram, Twitter. Always posting scores, highlights, commitments, who's going where. Back to it. Crothers will inbound. Capitol Courts continues to press. Oh, careless pass. Russell And Marissa is mugged underneath the basket. Looks like Alex Jaglal is going to be called with the foul. It's not a shooting foul. Okay. I thought she was in the act of shooting. No? What do I know? Long to Jaglal. Alex puts it up. Lovely shot. Alex Jaglal. Long two. Lead back to 5. Paquette has had a couple big threes. Malyshenko, why not? Lydia can't get it to go. Jenny Mkwa comes up with it. So Keontae Downs back in. She's on 4 fouls already, so she's really got to watch. So someone's tying a shoe out there. It was Marissa. Back to it. Downs. For Long. Keontae had the look. Spin move. In and out. Malyshenko called with a foul. Keontae again to the free throw line. So Keontae, a 2-time OSBA All-Academic. I like that. That's what it says on her Twitter profile. Well, last week she had 26 points against Lowell in prep. I don't know if she's got that many tonight, but definitely in double digits. I don't have any stat sheets or scores in front of me. Unlike when you listen to Leo Routens and Matt Devlin, they've got 1,000 producers telling them what's up, all the stats. They have spotters that just hand them notes. When I did CBL this summer, I had a spotter on a few games, which was cool. Just a guy sitting there telling you about records and stats and points and that. It's a lot more helpful. Jolie Kerr can't hit the short jumper. What's the call? Foul on Siraba. I don't know about that. They'd had her pinned. Keontae didn't have much space. So Alexander and Meek back on the floor for Crothers. .449 to go. Or Downs, excuse me. Long. Jolie Kerr called with another foul, holding Alexander, giving her all sorts of problems. It's a tough matchup. I think both Jolie Kerr and Butts have done a good job. Alexander's had a nice night, but it's kept her fairly in check. She's going to get her points. It's too good not to. Downs puts it up. Short, rebound Riddick. Paquette. Jolie Kerr out to Russell. Marissa attacks, lovely finish. Marissa Russell. So Marissa heating up in the second half. And maybe Baugh again. Sierra's in some foul trouble as well. No, that's on Riddick. Downs again. Keontae's also played at Markham Prep. A couple of the girls on Crothers. also out of that program. Short on the second. Riddick again. Errant pass. Two refs looking at each other. Still Capitol Court's ball. Malashenko back in for Baugh. Baugh was in foul trouble. She's got to be on at least 4 right now. Russell. Marissa, long 2. Off the rim, gets the bounce. Shooter's bounce. Marissa Russell. Downs. Inside to Alexander. It looks like Isa was pushed in the back. Someone got away with one. Paquette for 3, wide open, too strong. Long comes away with it, up to Yanka. Kate. Ball under the scores table. Hopefully, thankfully, didn't take out any of the cameras. Yeah. I always tell the story. I was covering the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago in Buffalo, and Jalen Brunson, now in the NBA, was playing for Villanova then. One of those loose balls comes diving, and nice finish, Mahali along. Takes out my computer, spills my drink, lands. I got an NBA player lying on top of me. I was okay, but not one of my finer moments in life. Turnover. Riddick coughed that up. Kate Yanka can't get a handle on it. Isa. I love Isa's game. It's very old school. She plays a lot with her back to the basket. Crafty veteran moves. There it is again. Everything but the finish. And I'm with Hannah Riddick on that one. It looks like she got all ball, and Hannah's called with a foul on that. And Lauren Meek to the free throw line. Lauren, another one of the Markham Prep girls. Lauren with 3.3 points per game coming into this game. She's a class of 2021, still another year. I think she may have the best shoes on the floor today. I love those purple shoes she's got going on, pretty slick. Very Prince-esque inspired. Lead at 3. Capitol Courts in black and white. Bill Crothers, red jerseys. Riddick, baseline jumper. Nicely done. Hannah Riddick. Not sure what the call is. Jaglal back in for Meek. Oh, careless. Alexander way too strong on that inbound. It's a simple little pass. Let's see if Capitol Courts can capitalize on that turnover. See what I did there? Russell slowing things down. Russell wide open, take it. Marissa for 3. Lovely Marissa Russell showing you how it's done. So that turnover could be key. Downs can't go. Hannah Riddick again, a rebound machine. Russell slowing things down, lead at 8. If they can score here, that should be ball game for Capitol Courts. Russell. 3-2. Russell with the step back. Air ball misses. And that's going to be turnover. So Bill Crothers catches a break there. Russell can't put the dagger just yet into Crothers. Timeout on the floor. Good timeout here if you are Crothers. Settled in. You got a minute left. You don't have to hit threes. And if you're Capitol Courts, allow the lanes, allow them to attack the basket, but do not foul, do not stop the clock, and don't give them any opportunity to get points with the clock stopped. Been a good one so far, and you see the difference. You know, Russell, not her best first half offensively. She was great defensively, and then heats up in the second half. And now all of a sudden, Capitol Courts with an 8-point lead. Foul trouble and injuries. Catching up to Crothers in the second half. Mentioned Callie Wright out midway through the second quarter. And hasn't played at all. Hasn't even been on the bench for the second half. Keontae Downs. She's been fantastic today, but she's on 4 fouls. And had to spend a good chunk of the fourth quarter sitting on the bench. I always like when there's a DJ, so then we can talk about what tunes are pumping in between. This day and age, every second, it's just Lil Baby and Gunna, every tune. On the drive in, I got the Sirius satellite. On one channel, it was Lil Baby and Gunna. And then I flipped to another channel. It was Lil Baby and Gunna. And then I clicked to the third one, and it was DaBaby and Little Baby with a song called Baby. Over and back, Rukiah Green, Keontae Downs. Her facial expression sums that up. I don't know what Rukiah was doing. That was right in front of me. And it wasn't close, that pass. Another big turnover. So Crothers had this game. They had this game for the taking. And let Capitol Courts creep back in a few careless turnovers, especially late in the game. And then Marissa Russell heating up, draining shots, showing why she's the MVP. Hand check foul on Jaglal. I don't think it's a shooting foul just yet. It's not. So Malashenko will inbound on the side, just to your right. 14 on the shot clock. Russell. Marissa. Wisely, Marissa had an open lane, but would rather take off seconds, and then Hannah Riddick. Lovely finish. 10-point lead, and that should be the dagger for Capitol Courts. They got a foul here. Someone's got a foul. And there it is. Keontae Downs fouls, and that's going to be number 5 for her. She goes right to the bench. Keontae fouls out. She had to do it. Kate Yonka back in for her. So they're still not in the penalty yet. They were waiting for the full 24 on the shot clock. Oh, Paquette just went to the ground hard. a little ahead of the play. It's like Rukaya Green. Trey looks all right. Another foul. So Crothers trying to get themselves into the penalty so they can get someone to the line and try and get the ball back. And there it is again. So they did a good job of that because, I mean, that was, what, 0.6 of a second that just went off the clock there. So not a lot. And now Treya Paquette at the free throw line. Treya averaging 6.6 points per game coming in. Played at Glenlaw High School in Winnipeg before moving to Ottawa. She's getting some interest already. She's only a 2022. I was reading that University of North Dakota has some interest. So turnover. It's going to be Crothers' ball. Long outlet. And well read by Malashenko. She's fouled by Yonka. And now we're in that ugly part of the game where there's a foul every 0.6 seconds. So Lydia, class of 2022 at the line. Also played with Kia Nurse's program in the summer. Hits it. So another timeout. Crothers not ready to let this one go just yet. For me, though, it's not about two. You got to hit threes. If you're going to do it, hit three. Foul, hit three. And I don't see Reggie Miller on the floor for Bill Crothers that can put up a whole whack load of points in about 9 seconds. So when's the next OSBA game? Tuesday.
Niagara and
So Tuesday night, Niagara and Crestwood. Next time OSBA TV is back. So don't forget to tune in for that. Two really good teams. I haven't seen Niagara yet. I've seen Crestwood a couple times. Niagara's undefeated. Oh, both undefeated. Wow, okay. So that's a big one. I'll definitely tune in when I'm at work, check out a little bit of that. So I'm a traffic reporter on air for News Talk 1010 in Toronto, TSN 1050, and Jewel 88.5 on the weekends as well. Alexander. And the shot clock just expires, and that'll do it. So Capitol Courts hits the road. They started off a little sluggish in the first quarter, settled things down, and then in the second half, Marissa Russell heated up, as well as some big threes from Treya Paquette, and they escape with a 72-59 win. So thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee. Don't forget, tune in Tuesday night. Niagara versus Crestwood. Should be a good one.